Viewer discretion is advised. An idiot made this video, and it goes from horizontal to vertical a lot. Thank you for watching. It is currently 3:15 in the morning. I need to get a clock in here. Yeah. I watch way too much Tom's Refurb, so I need a clock like his. I need a clock and a thermostat or a thermometer, because my phone tells me it's 56 degrees outside. It feels chillier than 56 degrees in here. So, I don't know. We'll see. I've got tables full of tools, trucks falling apart, and benches covered in parts. And the bed of the truck is covered in parts. Welcome back to Ponyboy Customs. I've been doing some work on the old International. If you can't tell, the front end looks a little different, but that's not the only difference we've got today. So, this video is probably not going to be as long as the last one, but I'm just going to walk through what I've done and what I'm planning to do in the next few days. Here she sits. To start off with, I took some parts off that just needed some cleaning. I need to order some things. So like this had a headlight in it. I took the headlight out. I took the grill out as well, and inside the grill sat these little turn signals. I took the turn signals out, so I'm going to clean those up, put new housings in them. The grill had several little dents and dings in it that I wanted. That's why I pulled it off, so I could just pop them out. But also, somebody at one point painted it black, but really poorly, so it's just peeling really bad. So I'm probably going to at least take the black off, but maybe repaint it. While I was there, as you can see, I pulled the radiator off. The radiator leaks, but biggest was my water pump was leaking real bad. So I pulled the water pump off to see, what is the issue there? Was it the water pump itself, or was it a gasket? Luckily to say, I've got it right now soaking in some nasty water. It's nasty. The inside, as you can tell just by that, that's gross. Let me get a light. Where's a light? Here's a light. It's not awful, but it's not good inside the motor. And then these ports, which is the hardest to get you guys to see in there, is just as bad inside the motor. So it needs to be cleaned out. I've got that thing soaking in a conglomeration. I don't know. I've got that thing soaking in all sorts of weird stuff to see if I can get the rust off of it. So that's what I was going for, was pull the radiator. It's got two holes. I'm going to try to fix them. Luckily, I found that the gasket between the... Is that the block or the head? That's the block. Luckily, I found that the gasket between the block and the water pump was basically non-existent, and that's where all my leaking was coming from. The bearing in the water pump is super solid. It's got like no play in it, and it spins just fine. Not right now, and the water doesn't, but it's not the bearing. It's not the water pump. My water pump's good. Thankfully, I just got to get new gaskets. So I'm either going to make gaskets, as I probably should, or thanks to Tom's Refurb, I'm just going to goop the crap out of it and call it a day. So I got that. No thermostat. That was fun. Pulled that off. Doesn't surprise me, being a farm truck. It doesn't have a thermostat, but probably going to see if I can find one. Doubtful. If not, it is what it is. And while I was taking stuff apart, I took the spare tire rack off because I kept bumping into it and it was making me mad. Didn't break any of the bolts. Impressively, all of them came out just fine. So this thing is a factory dual tank setup. I just spent the last several hours pulling the tanks out from underneath it, which stunk. Those brackets go from the frame underneath the tanks to the step sides and hold the step sides on. So right now the steps are very loose. And then there's a strap over it. Luckily for me, I only broke 2 bolts. I think that should be a record or something. This one didn't have a lid on it when I bought it. It really doesn't look that bad inside. You guys can't see. Wish you could. Oh well. This one sounds pretty bad. I took it off, and once I did, it sounds like there's dirt inside there. That one looks cleaner. I don't know. Weird. So I've got the ability. Before that was messing around interior of the truck. I pulled the mat out, and what I found is slightly appalling. The back of the cab, perfect, no problems. Front of the cab is not bad. I could probably fix it with license plates. I'm not going to, but I probably could. I'm probably gonna end up putting just street signs over it because I like more solid floor than license plates. I also have street signs that I don't have license plates. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but it's definitely got quite a bit of light coming through, and so we're gonna have to adjust that.
Old man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two. Love lost, such a cost. Give me things that don't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed, rolling home to you. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you.
Well, good evening, everybody. I don't know when you're watching this, but it is evening for me. I just got off of work. It's 8:30 currently, actually. It may be past that, I don't know. Doing those last shots took more than I anticipated. I don't have parts for the truck yet, still waiting, because I haven't ordered a ton. I finally got my socket, 2.5-inch socket, in the mail. So, the hubs on the front, the brake hubs are, or brake drums, I guess, are held on by 2.5-inch nuts, as far as I can tell. It's what they measured out to be. So I may have to do some grinding because the wall doesn't seem that thick. Like this, the socket wall seems too thick. But we're gonna see if we can take those nuts off, pull the drums off, so I can look at the wheel cylinders so that I know I order the right ones. I got the master cylinder unbolted, haven't got it out of the truck yet, so may do a little bit of videoing on that. But it's getting late. I've got classes in the morning, and so we'll see how late I actually stay out here. I'm not sure. But that's what we've got for today. And then probably the next time that I do have some video on the fuel tanks, but I'm debating. We may change that up because it didn't go as well as I hoped. So you may see some of that, you may not. I don't know. But hopefully next time you see me talking to you, I got parts. Well, the good always does prevail. I've got my grinder cooling off from my impact, putting in some work. Here is the socket, and I know I probably didn't need a socket because it's a hub socket, but I had to grind it down quite a bit to get it to fit. It's very warm. But it was just so rusted on there, I had to get a little bit of impact on it to get it off. Or I could have used a cheater pipe, but I had an impact. So I got the hub loose. All the parts are down in there. That's one of the spacer rings or whatever. The bearings look good, although I will probably put new bearings in it just because a $3 bearing for never having to open this back up. Look at these shoes. They look dang near brand new, don't they? Which is wild. Not much wear on them. They're pretty thick. So I'm not buying new shoes. They feel good. They're not delaminated. They're not even greasy. There's no oil in here, which is great. It's got cobwebs galore. There's a dead spider. But those are just nice. Looks like somebody put brakes on it and parked it. Probably gonna have to take the adjuster out and lube it up to get it to work again. But that's what I was after right there. I had to make sure that I was buying the right wheel cylinder. Now, this one has a one pocket. I've seen them where they're dual pocket. So now I'm slightly confused. I may do some research on that tonight to figure out what the difference is, why this one has one side rather than two sides. Can you see? Because the shoes are made... Yeah, shoes are made for two, but I've only got one. So I'm going to look into that. I got the line back here and some bolts, so I'm going to try not to snap all of that crap off. Here's a nice, nasty line. I'm going to have to get a new one of those. Which, this whole brake system, you can't find parts for these trucks very easily. I couldn't even really find shoes. I could now that I got numbers. So we'll take pictures of those and keep those for archive reasons. But anyways, that's all going to get universal, all standard. So I'm just buying 3/16, like 50 foot of 3/16 line. I'm going to run all new line in it, new fittings, and then just whatever comes out, and then you just get a universal, either buy a certain universal length here or make. find somebody to make them for me, but I think buying universal would be better. So yeah, this one's tore apart. I'm gonna pull that wheel cylinder out, and then I'm gonna go to the back, take that axle apart, look at that wheel cylinder, and then I'm gonna order tonight. You know, an hour of work to get this one apart to spend $400. Yay! All the celebration for literally not even 5 minutes later, because this was easy to pull that drum off. Oh, they have... Oh, let me get the light in here. They've got no shoes on. Got a little bit there, and it's got a little bit on the top of this one. But the rest of it is no shoot. The keepers, however, and springs look good. I'm putting new cylinders in it, so that's not a big deal, but I'm going to have to find shoes for this one. But the shaft looked good, the bearings look good. Still going to put bearings in it just because I can. But I was so hyped about the front. And the rear just... I should probably pull the hub on the other front to see if it's any good. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm going to. Something tells me the wheel cylinder should not look like that. And the cut... Welcome in. See that right there is our master cylinder. It's got 2 bolts that come in from the frame this way. I've already pulled those bolts. It's got this brake pedal switch that is also where the fluid comes out to the lines. And then up at the front up there is where it bolts in. Let's see here. Right in there is where it bolts onto the pedal. I have to figure out how to somehow get in there and unbolt those, because I'm not quite sure. Because that's a really tight spot to try to finagle my way into. But, well, the passenger side, I just took the hub off of it. I just took the other side off to find parts, and I finally got to that, because I'm about to buy. It was a pain in the butt. If you look at the top of that, actually, I'll spin you around this way. 1, 2, 3 good holes, a half a hole, and 2 non-existent holes. So that's wonderful. Great. But this wheel cylinder didn't look... It was half pooched out because it had blown already, which is not a great sign, but I was able to tear it apart. It looks good in there. I'm going to have to hone it and everything, but it looks great. And here's the spring, and I don't know how much the spring's supposed to spring or not spring or whatever, but this gives me hope because this actually looked worse than these. So that one, I think I'm about to pull the other rear off, but that's got an issue too. The only problem is I've cleaned that one up and soaked it a little bit, and it still looks... But I'm going to try. I may only have to buy 1, but if I buy 1, I'll probably buy 2 just because. But this one's in decent shape. I got to clean out that. But anyhow, got that. Hub's got to be the 4-wheel drive. This one's on the driver's side, fine. That one gave me issues, and it is still operational. Beat to crap. Very sad about that. And then there's the driver's side pulled apart. I'm in the process of pulling the passenger side apart. And so that sucks. You know, I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I'm gonna do something there, but I can't get it out yet. Oh. This side, I think, was because it doesn't have wood on this side that I could get this side out. Although it is more space here as well. So, let's see, I got that. The shoes are good on both the front. I don't know about both the rear yet. You know, still messing with that. I got broke bolts galore. Yeah, I've got a buddy air compressor. He's going to be out of class here in a little bit, so I'm going to go up there and blow these out. I'm hoping to get that other one out in time for that. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do next after. That thing is messed up, dude. It's not leaking a drop.
Out of either end.
You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
I'm not saying what's right or wrong. Some folks need a little help getting along. I can't judge, Lord, I've been stoned, but I know Jesus knows, and I get by, and I get by. We all get by the grace of God. We all get by.
Well, welcome back again. It's been a while since I've really videoed anything. It's been several weeks, but for you, it'll just be a few seconds. I've got my wheels all wire wheeled out, scuffed up, and primed. I did that about a week ago at this point. And it was warm enough, and the day after it was supposed to be warm enough for me to paint, which was the plan. And then a cold front came in, and it hadn't been above 40 until today. And today it's 65 currently, but it kind of feels chillier than that. But we've got all we got 4 wheels and rings to paint. We've got a water pump to paint and a water outlet. Just trying to get some stuff done. I'm gonna start painting on those, probably do 2 or 3 coats. It's really just to get it on the road and make it look half decent. I'll probably redo the wheels at some point because they're pretty rough. They're pretty dented up. I'm gonna try to find another set if I keep this truck. But right now, lipstick on a pig. Yep, lipstick on a pig. So we got the wheels. I've got some International Red that's gonna go on the water pump and the water outlet, and then I've got some Hunter Green semi-gloss right there that's gonna go on the wheels. I think green with this beautiful white and rust patina will look pretty decent. So I may set you up for some of that. I may not. We'll see. Yeah, today I'm hoping to paint and get the floorboards put in. That's the goal. That's the hope. I got all afternoon. I got all evening. But it is Friday night. And some guys are talking about a movie night. Like 3 sheds over. So I may end up being in there later tonight. Welcome back. It is a cold afternoon at this point. I spent all morning kind of cleaning out my shed. It had become a mess over the last few weeks. Just doing different stuff. I got some people coming in, so I wanted to make it presentable. And now I'm working on tires and wheels. I already did one, and it looks really good, actually. Beautiful green, came together really nice. I wanted to make sure I could do one without killing myself before I videoed. So what you do is, I'm gonna flip you guys around. So it's really easy. What you do is you got to get a tube that's the right size. So mine are 750/16s. You can look these up. Sometimes they'll tell you. You put your tube in here, and you just want to air it up enough where you can still squeeze it, but it'll hold shape. You're in the tire. There's the valve stem. Now, none of mine are technically right for the wheel. All of mine should come out and bend. I've got 2 that are shorties and 2 that are these really long things, which usually the ones that bend are long and they kick out like that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make these work. The short ones are fine. I'm just gonna have to air them up from inside the wheel every time. So they'll probably go on the front, so I can just turn the wheel, get in there, air it up. Or maybe I have to take them off every time. These I'm gonna have to stick through the front so that they're not hitting the drum the entire time, because I don't want to literally wear a hole in the valve stem to where it leaks. That would suck. I don't want to have to go through this process again. But anyways, these are the same way. I've already aired them up. They squeeze pretty decently. This one too. And what you do is you set your wheels out. Now these are split rims, and I'll show you how to do those here in a second. Set your wheels out. Some people use a 4x4, but you want your wheel higher than the ground, so when you put the wheel on it, the wheel can fall all the way down, because your wheel's taller than your tire's taller than your wheel. So I've got it set up on an old 5-on-5.5 down in there. It's a little overkill, but my 4x4 wasn't wide enough to get the whole wheel. So do that. Now I got the tire over the wheel, and I got the stem. I don't know that you'll be able to see it sticking through the hole down there. The other ones I'm gonna have to figure out because I don't need to. Anyways, we'll get there when we cross that bridge. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one of these split rings, and there are several different designs. This is just the design I have, and you want to really get on the tire and press so the tires like this underneath. See? So that groove there is where this groove here gets in. So you want to do that all the way around the tire, which I have done, so that you can, ooh, that's kind of scratched up. I'll repaint those in a little bit. Start by just pushing it under, and then you're just gonna walk it around. This is hard to do while holding the phone. Hold on. And just like that, it is seated down in its groove. Now, this is where it gets dangerous. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set this wheel up, and I'm gonna just face it that way, not towards me. Face the ring away from you, and fill up the tire. If the ring pops off the bead, it'll go flying. The other thing you can do, which I did on the other one, and I'll probably do on this one, you can chain around it. I don't want to scratch my paint. There you go. Give it. Oh, man. Oh, yep. I don't know, man. I don't know. Welcome back to Pony Boy Customs. I've got another update on the truck. I have gotten all the tires on it. It's running really good. Rebuilt the carb, got the accelerator pump working. I was ripping it around town a little bit, not a lot, seeing as how it's still very much not street legal with no lights in it. I just put the lights on them. At some point when I was running it around, the water pump gasket disappeared and I overheated the engine. Just put a new water pump in. Was going to fill it up with coolant after letting some of the RTV dry because I just wanted to be, you know, cover all my bases. And I think my starter has decided to blow itself. So I guess today, the day before I have to have this thing in a car show, I'm gonna take the starter off and see if I can bring it back to life enough. I don't know. Everything was going so well. I just needed the starter to survive 2 more days, and it didn't. But I'm sure y'all have already seen the inside. It's got the floorboards. Little switch is just in here now for the fuel pump. It's nothing fancy, but that's all I get out of it. It doesn't do nothing. I was hoping to get you guys a video of it running, but it doesn't want to do that. So I need to finish filling it with coolant. It probably needs about another gallon. Well, water. Probably needs about another water or a gallon of water. That starter right down there is where we're heading. I gotta take it off, see if I can get it to go. As well as some other little minor things here and there. I gotta put the hood back on it. I'm gonna keep a little bit of tools in it or whatever. That bucket is full of spare parts, other parts, things. I'm about to leave for the summer, so I'm getting everything ready to put up for the winter. Gas tanks, all that stuff's gonna go right up there. This is the oil bath filter that is really, really gross, so I'm about to go clean that sucker. And then I'll take the starter off and see if I can get it going. I think that's all the important things. It was running great. I'll try to get some videos put in of it running. And then the starter doesn't want to go. If I can get the starter working, we'll be good. I have a community car show tomorrow night that I wanted at, but it's not like a big deal. And then Saturday, the college I go to has a huge car show at the end of the year. And that's Saturday, and I haven't registered for it. So I'd like to, you know, get it in since I registered it. But I've got to get it running again. Oh, and I kept popping tubes on one of the wheels, and I was really confused. And then I looked inside one of the tires, and I found my culprit. So, take all the nails out the tires, and you'll stop popping tubes. So, That's the tube that's in that bucket popped. I had a spare one, luckily, and so I need to patch that one. It's just got a little hole in it. But yeah, the brakes work. It runs decent. That wheel button very much needs to be dealt with. It's really bad. Get it about 30 miles an hour, and this truck starts shaking like crazy. There's some other stuff that I probably need to pull this wire just out the dash altogether right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go clean the oil bath. No, I'm gonna take the starter off. Then I'm gonna go clean the oil bath filter. Because the accelerator pump on this thing, I've never really messed with anything like this before. Watch this. It just shoots out the top. So when you hit the gas at first, it doesn't really get in the car, but it kind of goes everywhere else. So if I can get the oil filter, or oil bath air filter on it, maybe I can get it to run better, because it doesn't really like getting any gas because of that. So yeah, I was trying to jump it to get it to start. I'm pretty sure that starter is dying. It's not dead, but it's pretty close. Oh, just another day in the life. Hey, paradise, I'm really hoping I can get something to go in that starter. I'll even buy a different starter to return in a day if I can just get this thing to the show.
'Cause I ain't got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. I ain't got 20 acres, and you've got 43. Now I ain't got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key.